Hi everyone, welcome back to the session. This is Sheetal Chaudhary, your accounts master teacher, and I welcome you all once again to We Commerce. We are here for a better future. So, I hope that all of you are good and safe. But sorry, I can't ask you about how are you because this is going to be a recorded session. एंड हमें ये सेशन फिर भी लेना पड़ेगा क्योंकि बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक करने वाले हैं हम लोग आज. टुडे आई विल टेल यू द ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ कॉल्स इन एरियर्स एंड कॉल्स इन एडवांस. So hi everyone, this is class 12th accountancy session and let's start this session with some positive thoughts. A dream does not become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination and hard work. कभी भी सपना किसी जादू के थ्रू पूरा नहीं होता. अगर आपने अपने सपनों को सच करना है तो आपको मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. You want to be determined and it will take sweat. So हमें अपने सपनों को सच करने के लिए मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. ऐसे ही नहीं पूरे होंगे. So guys, if you are new to our channel and if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and also do like this video and do share this video. And if you have not joined the Telegram group, so go and join the Telegram group so that you can receive all the notes in the PDF form and you can get all the instant updates about our channel. You can play quiz in this group. So if you want to play quiz, if you want to get instant updates about our channel, if you want the notes in the PDF form, go and join this group right now. And the most important thing, as you know, your exams are coming. So all of us want to study in a structured format. हम सबको एक अच्छे से तरीके से पढ़ाई करनी है, एक प्रॉपर तरीके से पढ़ाई करनी है. तो आप पढ़ाई तो कहीं भी कर सकते हैं, यूट्यूब पर कर सकते हैं, अपने आप से कर सकते हैं. लेकिन अगर आपको एक स्ट्रक्चर्ड फॉर्मेट में पढ़ाई करनी है, उसके लिए आप ले सकते हैं दिस प्रो सब्सक्रिप्शन. दैट विल हेल्प यू अ लॉट. सो व्हाट यू विल गेट इन दिस प्रो सब्सक्रिप्शन? There will be more than 20 plus teachers like me, like Disha ma'am, like Neha ma'am. Those will help you in continuous improving your areas. So वो सारे के सारे टीचर्स आपकी कमियों पर ध्यान देंगे. They will help you in improving your weak areas. तो आपको कुछ करना ही नहीं है. आपके साथ टीचर्स होंगे जो आपकी मदद करेंगे. And these teachers will have more than 5 years of experience. सोचो उनके पास 5 साल के ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंस होगा तो उनके पास टेक्निक्स कितनी अच्छी अच्छी होंगी. And also we will conduct regular test for you time to time. We will provide you assignments so that आप अच्छे से तैयारी कर पाए. Also you will be provided more than 5,000 hours of online teaching and you can watch live classes as per your time suitability. तो आपको अनलिमिटेड लाइव क्लासेस मिलेंगी. आप अपने टाइम के हिसाब से लाइव क्लासेस अटेंड करो. Then we are providing you option in languages also. You can choose any language, English or Hindi, whichever suits you. कोई सी भी लैंग्वेज लो, आपकी मर्जी है आपको कौन सी लैंग्वेज समझ आती है. Then we are covering the syllabus with the help of different courses: micro course, crash course, long term course, short term course. And all the courses will be provided in this pro subscription. You have not to pay. You don't have to pay any additional cost. हमें कोई भी एक्स्ट्रा पैसा नहीं देना. So all of these benefits in this pro subscription and this is available only for 2,799. The original cost is 3,499 for 1 month. The original cost is 3,499 but we are giving this to you for only 2,799. हम आपको कितने में देंगे? Only 2,799 at flat 20% discount. So after discount, the cost will be 2799. So what are you waiting for? Go and grab your Pro subscription right now at flat 20% off by using my code SCPRO. This is my code which you can use for 20% discount. And I would love to teach you at Pro subscription. Now coming on to the today's session, and today the chapter is accounting for share capital, and this is fourth lecture of this chapter, in which we are going to discuss about calls in arrears and calls in advance. So today I am going to tell you that what is the meaning of calls in arrears and calls in advance, and also the accounting treatment of both. So आज हम मीनिंग डिस्कस करेंगे एंड अकाउंटिंग ट्रीटमेंट डिस्कस करेंगे. So tell me, are you all ready for this session? Raise your hands if you guys are ready. Let me know if you guys are ready or not. Okay, everyone is ready. So let's see what all topics we are going to cover today. आज हम क्या करने वाले हैं? So we will do calls in arrear and interest on calls in arrear, calls in advance and interest on calls in advance. Then these are the topics: calls in arrears, interest on calls in arrear, calls in advance, interest on calls in advance. And before starting this session, let's discuss yesterday's homework that I gave on Saturday. Saturday को मैंने एक homework दिया था. This was the question. And tell me, ये question किया है या नहीं किया? Homework किया आपने? किस किसने homework किया? Raise your hands. Who all have tried this question? So the question was, Rudra Limited purchased a building for 6,50,000 from Sun Enterprises. Rudra Limited purchased a building from Sun Enterprises of worth 6,50,000. It pays 3 lakh in cash and issues fully paid up equity shares of 10 rupees each at par for the balance. So out of 6,50,000, 3 lakh was paid in cash and the remaining balance, 3,50,000, was paid through the issue of shares at par. It also issues 50,000 fully paid up shares to the promoter. 50,000 fully paid up share to the promoter. Pass necessary journal entry. We have to pass necessary journal entry. So recall, हमने क्या journal entry pass करी थी on Saturday? When we purchase building, when we purchase asset, the entry is asset debit to vendor. So here the journal entry will be building account debit to Sun Enterprises, to vendor, to cash, because you are also paying some amount in cash. So building debit 6,50,000 to Sun Enterprises 3,50,000. The amount that is not paid to Sun Enterprises 3,50,000 and to cash 3 lakh. How much cash is paid? 3 lakh rupees. So this is purchase of building and we have paid 3 lakh in cash and the balance will be paid through issue of shares. Now in second entry, we will issue shares to Sun Enterprises. The journal entry will be Sun Enterprises debit, vendor debit to share capital. The entry will be vendor account debit to share capital. And the amount will be 3,50,000 and 3,50,000 because the shares are issued at par. The shares are issued at par. and the number of shares. You have to prepare working note for number of shares. So number of shares will be purchase consideration 3,50,000 divided by face value 10. Divided by face value 10. So how many shares will be issued? 35,000 shares. 35,000 shares will be issued to the Sun Enterprises. So this is the first case when we have purchased building and we have issued shares at par. Now in this question it is also said that it issues 50,000 fully paid up shares to promoters. We are also issuing shares to the promoter. So the journal entry will be incorporation expenses debit to promoter and then promoters to share capital. There will be two entries, incorporation expense debit to promoter and then promoter to share capital. An amount will be 50,000 shares multiplied by face value multiplied by 10. The amount will be 5 lakh. The amount will be 5 lakh. So this is the journal entry when the shares are issued to the promoters. So this was your homework of Saturday. I hope that this is clear to everyone. तो अब चलते हैं आज की क्लास की तरफ and we are going to start calls in areas now. So what do you think? What is calls in areas? What is calls in areas? So if the company had called money, if the company had called up the full money, अगर कंपनी ने सारा पैसा मांग लिया और the shareholder has not paid that money, shareholders had not paid that money, so that is known as calls in arrears. वो पैसा जो शेयर होल्डर्स पे नहीं करते उन्हें कहते हैं कॉल्स इन एरियर्स. So what is calls in arrears? If the shareholder does not pay the call amount due on allotment or any other subsequent call, जब शेयर होल्डर पैसा नहीं देते either of allotment or of first call, according to the terms, the amount not received is called calls in arrears. For example, company asked for first call. Company asked for first call. Ram holding first call of ₹2. First call कितने की है? ₹2 की है. Company asked for first call of ₹2. Ram holding 100 shares did not pay first call. Ram holding 100 shares did not pay first call. So how much amount is not received? कितना पैसा receive नहीं हुआ? On 100 shares, we are not receiving the first call of ₹2. On Ram shares, on 100 shares, we are not receiving first call of ₹2. So 200 is calls in arrears. 200 will be calls in arrears. So the amount that is not received by the shareholder, if shareholders does not pay the money, then it is known as calls in arrear. This is the meaning of calls in arrears. Now coming on to interest on calls in arrears. अब shareholders पैसा नहीं दे रहे. अगर कंपनी चाहे, if it is mentioned in the Articles of Association AOA, then company may charge interest on this calls in arrears. कंपनी क्या चार्ज कर सकती है? इंटरेस्ट चार्ज कर सकती है on these calls in arrears. So if the company is authorized by the Articles of Association, If the company is authorized by the Articles of Association, it may charge an interest at the specified rate on calls in arrears from due date to the date of payment. ड्यू डेट से इंटरेस्ट लगना स्टार्ट होगा और कब तक लगेगा, जब तक कॉल्स इन एरियर्स मिल नहीं जाते. So if authorized by AOA, the company may charge interest on calls in arrears at specified rate from the due date till the date of payment. तो अगर 2 महीने बाद पेमेंट करता है शेयर होल्डर तो उसे 2 महीने का इंटरेस्ट देना पड़ेगा. अगर 3 महीने बाद पेमेंट करेगा तो 3 महीने का इंटरेस्ट देना पड़ेगा. ऑल्सो in case articles of association is silent, अगर articles of association silent है, there is nothing mentioned in AOA, then table F of the Companies Act 2013 shall apply. Companies Act का table F will apply, which provides for interest on calls in arrears at the rate of 10%. So if the articles of association is silent, then interest will be applicable on calls in arrears at the rate 10%. But let me tell you that journal entry are not a part of your syllabus of interest. We are not going to do the accounting treatment of interest because it's not a part of your syllabus. So आपको सिर्फ नॉलेज होनी चाहिए कि इंटरेस्ट लग सकता है या नहीं लग सकता, किस रेट पे लगेगा अगर AOA साइलेंट है तो. जर्नल एंट्रीज नहीं पूछी जाएंगी, क्वेश्चन में नहीं पूछा जाएगा अबाउट इंटरेस्ट. ओके, नाउ कमिंग ऑन टू द अकाउंटिंग ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ कॉल्स इन एरियर्स. If there are calls in arrears, what will be the journal entry? What will be the journal entry? So, calls in arrears, there are 2 methods. This can be recorded in 2 ways. There are 2 ways to record the calls in arrears. The first way is accounting treatment without opening calls in arrears account. You will not open the calls in arrears account. आप सीधा क्या करोगे, माइनस कर दोगे अमाउंट नॉट रिसीव को. हमें कॉल्स इन एरियर्स का कोई भी अकाउंट नहीं ओपन करना. वी विल डायरेक्टली सब्ट्रैक्ट द अमाउंट दैट इज नॉट रिसीव. लेट्स सी, इफ द कॉल मनी इज ड्यू, जर्नल एंट्री क्या होती है, शेयर फर्स्ट कॉल डेबिट टू शेयर कैपिटल. जब फर्स्ट कॉल ड्यू होती है देन द जर्नल एंट्री विल बी शेयर फर्स्ट कॉल डेबिट टू शेयर कैपिटल. So, amount the first call was due on 100 shares at the rate 3 each. कितने शेयर्स पे फर्स्ट कॉल मिलनी थी, 100 शेयर्स पे 3 रुपए के हिसाब से फर्स्ट कॉल मिलनी थी. ठीक है, अब when the call money is received, the journal entry will be, जब कॉल मनी पैसा आएगा तब journal entry क्या होगी, बैंक डेबिट टू शेयर फर्स्ट कॉल. Bank debit to share first call. Now the amount is only received on 90 shares. Amount is only received on 90 share. मतलब out of 100 share, shareholder holding 10 shares, जिसके पास 10 shares है वो हमें पैसा नहीं दे रहा. So there are calls in arrears on 10 shares of 3 rupees. So calls in arrears are 30 rupees. तो 10 शेयर्स पे हमें 3 रुपए नहीं मिल रहे. इट मीन्स वी आर नॉट गेटिंग 30 रुपीज. दैट इज कॉल्स इन एरियर्स. सो व्हाट वी विल डू, कितना पैसा आना था फर्स्ट कॉल पे, द अमाउंट ड्यू वाज 100 into 3, 300. You will directly subtract calls in arrears. We will directly subtract calls in arrears. 10 शेयर्स पे हमें 3 रुपए नहीं मिल रहे. इट मीन्स वी आर नॉट रिसीविंग 30 रुपीज. सो हाउ मच अमाउंट इज रिसीव, 270. सो यू विल डायरेक्टली रिकॉर्ड 270. You will directly receive 270. You will not open calls in arrears account. हमने क्या किया, हमने डायरेक्ट माइनस कर दिया calls in arrears को. So you will directly write On 90 shares, we have received 3 rupees. So amount received is 270. तो हमने डायरेक्ट माइनस किया है, हमने कॉल्स इन एरियर्स नहीं दिखाया. वी हैव नॉट शोड अ सेपरेट अकाउंट ऑफ कॉल्स इन एरियर्स. वी हैव नॉट ओपन एन अकाउंट ऑफ कॉल्स इन एरियर्स. So this is the first way in which we do not open the calls in arrears account without opening calls in arrears account. So the journal entries will remain same. For due, share first call to share capital, and when the money is received, bank to share first call. Now coming on to the second way. अब दूसरा कौन सा मेथड है मैम? So the second way is accounting treatment by opening calls in arrears account. You will open calls in arrears account. हम calls in arrears account को open करेंगे. And the journal entry will be, पहले कॉल मनी क्या होगा? ड्यू होगा. At the time of call money due, there will be no entry for calls in arrears. जब कॉल ड्यू होगी तब कॉल्स इन एरियर्स की कोई एंट्री नहीं होगी. पूरा का पूरा पैसा ड्यू होगा. शेयर फर्स्ट कॉल टू शेयर कैपिटल 100 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 3. पूरा का पूरा पैसा ड्यू हुआ. Then the money will be received and there is calls in arrear. There are calls in arrear. जब पैसा रिसीव करने की बारी आई तब वहां पर क्या थे? calls in arrears on 10 share. So when you open calls in arrears account, the journal entry will be bank debit, calls in arrears debit to share first call. You will debit calls in arrears because it is a loss. आपको पैसा नहीं मिल रहा, आपका क्या है? नुकसान है. You will debit it. So when the calls in arrear account is open, at the time of call money receive, at the time of allotment money receive, we will debit calls in arrears. जब पैसा रिसीव होता है उस वाली एंट्री में हम लोग कॉल्स इन एरियर्स को डेबिट करेंगे. जब पैसा रिसीव होता है, ड्यू वाली एंट्री में डेबिट नहीं करना. जब पैसा रिसीव होता है उस वाली एंट्री में हम कॉल्स इन एरियर्स को डेबिट करेंगे. सो in share first call, when you are crediting share first call, you will write the full amount. full amount माने 100 शेयर्स पे हमें 3 रुपए मिलने थे. 100 शेयर्स पे हमें 3 रुपए मिलने थे. Now in calls in arrears you will write the amount that is not received. In calls in arrears you will write the amount that is not received. So on 10 shares 3 rupees are not received. So calls in arrears debit 30 rupees. And the difference between first call and calls in arrear we will write in bank. So how much money is received? On 90 shares 3 rupees are received. So bank debit, the amount received 270. Calls in arrears debit, amount not received 30. To share first call, the total amount due on shares 300. So this will be the journal entry when calls in arrears account is open. You will debit calls in arrears at the time of call money received. Share first call debit to share capital, first entry. Second entry, bank debit, calls in arrears debit to share first call. So these are the two ways to record the calls in arrears. First option was without opening calls in arrears. You can directly minus calls in arrears. And second way is to open calls in arrears account. And which one I prefer is this one. It's better to open calls in arrears account because the calculation will be more clear. So I will suggest you to open calls in arrears account. Okay. Now coming on to the disclosure in the balance sheet. If there are calls in arrears, how we will disclose them in the balance sheet. इनको अपन लोग balance sheet में कैसे दिखाएंगे? So It is shown in the notes to account under share capital. You will show them in notes to account under share capital, and the treatment will be by way of deduction from the subscribed but not fully paid up capital. We will subtract calls in arrears. We will subtract calls in arrears from subscribed but not fully paid up capital. Because these shares cannot be subscribed and fully paid up. ये subscribed and fully paid up तो हो ही नहीं सकते, क्योंकि full amount is not received. हमें calls in arrears है तो पूरा पैसा नहीं मिला. पूरा पैसा नहीं मिला, it means they are subscribed but not fully paid up, and you will subtract calls in arrears. So it is shown in notes to account under share capital by way of deduction from subscribed but not fully paid up. We will subtract. So this is disclosure in the balance sheet. Now coming on to the practical sum of calls in arrears so that we can understand it better. हमें पता चले कि कैसे journal entry पास करनी है. Exams में हमें कैसे questions attend करने हैं. So this is your question, guys. ये है अपन लोगों का क्वेश्चन. थोड़ा ट्रिकी होगा पर हमें ध्यान से पढ़ना है क्योंकि पेपर में ऐसे ही क्वेश्चन आने वाले हैं. So come on, let's read the question with me. A company issued 20,000 equity shares of 10 each. एक कंपनी ने कितने शेयर्स इशू करे? 20,000 of 10 each. Face value is 10. Payable at 3 on application. On application 3 is payable. 3 on allotment. Allotment में कितना देना है? 3. 2 on first call. First call पे कितना देना है? 2. And 2 on second and final call. So there will be total 4 installment. 3 on application money, 3 on allotment, 2 on first call, 2 on final call. ऐसे ऐसे पैसा लेना था. Now, the allotment money was payable on or before May 1, 2005. First call money on or before August 1, 2005. The second and final call on or before October 1, 2005. So ये उन्होंने बता रखा है कि इससे पहले आपको allotment लेनी थी, इससे पहले first call लेनी थी, इससे पहले final call लेनी थी. Now the main question starts from here. यहाँ से हमारा main question start होता है. X whom 1,000 shares were allotted. X एक शेयर होल्डर है जिसको हमने 1000 शेयर्स अलॉट किए थे. Did not pay the allotment and call money. So X ना तो हमें allotment दे रहा है, neither he is paying allotment, neither he is paying first call. So X हमें ना तो क्या दे रहा है? allotment दे रहा है, ना ही first call दे रहा है on 1000 shares. Then Y, an allottee of 600 shares, did not pay the 2 calls. Y हमें क्या नहीं दे रहा? ना तो फर्स्ट कॉल दे रहा है, ना ही सेकंड कॉल दे रहा है ऑन 600 shares. And last, Z whom 400 shares were allotted did not pay the final call. Z हमें क्या नहीं दे रहा? फाइनल कॉल नहीं दे रहा ऑन 400 shares. So it's easy. It will be easy if you will present your information in a working note. आपके लिए easy हो जाएगा. अब देखो, X हमें allotment नहीं दे रहा, first call नहीं दे रहा on 1000 shares. Y हमें first call नहीं दे रहा, final call नहीं दे रहा on 600 shares. And Z हमें final call नहीं दे रहा on 400 shares. So the conclusion is allotment is not received on 1000 shares. Allotment is not received on 1000 shares. But first call is not received. First call is not received on 1000 shares also. And first call is also not received on 600 shares. Because X and Y both are not paying first call. X भी first call पे नहीं कर रहा, Y भी first call नहीं पे कर रहा. So total on 1600 shares first call is not received. तो फर्स्ट कॉल कितने शेयर्स पे रिसीव नहीं हुई? 1600 शेयर्स पे. एंड सेम विद द फाइनल कॉल. फाइनल कॉल इज नॉट पेड बाय वाई एंड फाइनल कॉल इज नॉट पेड बाय जेड. तो फाइनल कॉल हमें किससे नहीं मिली? ना तो जेड से मिली ना ही वाई से मिली. तो टोटल 1000 शेयर्स पे हमें फाइनल कॉल नहीं मिली. Now we will represent this information in a more organized manner. So first of all, it's better to write your installments. Application, allotment, first call and second call. First you will prepare this table that how much money is received on different installment. Application पे 3, allotment पे 3, allotment first call पे 2, second call पे 2. सबसे पहले ये लिख लो कि कितनी allotment पे आना है, कितना first call पे आना है और कितना second call पे आना है. Then prepare a table like this: X, Y and Z. X ने हमें allotment नहीं दी. So prepare a table like this. आपने ऊपर एप्लीकेशन, अलॉटमेंट, फर्स्ट कॉल, सेकंड कॉल लिख रखा है. इसके नीचे साइड में आप लिखो X, Y, Z. ये लिखा. X के पास कितने शेयर्स है? 1000 शेयर्स. वो लिख लो X के नीचे. Y के पास कितने शेयर्स है? 600 शेयर्स. एंड Z के पास कितने शेयर्स है? 400 शेयर्स. X के पास 1000, Y के पास 600, Z के पास 400. फर्स्ट एप्लीकेशन. एप्लीकेशन तो सबने पे कर दी है. एप्लीकेशन इज पेड बाय एवरीवन. देन कमिंग टू अलॉटमेंट. अलॉटमेंट इज नॉट पेड बाय X बट पेड बाय Y एंड Z. अलॉटमेंट किसने पे नहीं करी? X ने पे नहीं करी. फर्स्ट कॉल. फर्स्ट कॉल X ने पे नहीं करी और Y ने पे नहीं करी, Z ने पे कर दी. फर्स्ट कॉल X ने पे नहीं करी, Y ने पे नहीं करी, Z ने पे कर दी. एंड फाइनल कॉल X ने पे कर दी. बट हाउ he will pay the final call? Okay, so हम मान रहे हैं कि अभी X ने पे कर दी क्योंकि क्वेश्चन में मेंशन नहीं है. तो हम मान रहे हैं कि X ने फाइनल कॉल पे कर दी एंड Y ने फाइनल कॉल नहीं पे करी क्योंकि इट इज मेंशन इन द क्वेश्चन दैट Y ने फाइनल कॉल पे नहीं करी है एंड Z ने भी फाइनल कॉल पे नहीं करी. So from this table you can see that allotment receive नहीं हुई 1000 shares पे, first call receive नहीं हुई 1600 shares पे, मतलब total 1600 shares पे, and final call receive नहीं हुई on 600 and 400,000 shares पे. So allotment के टाइम पे calls in arrears होंगे on 1000 shares, फर्स्ट कॉल के टाइम पे कॉल्स इन एरियर्स होंगे ऑन 1600 शेयर्स एंड सेकंड कॉल के टाइम पे कॉल्स इन एरियर्स होंगे ऑन 1000 शेयर्स. नाउ वी विल पास जर्नल एंट्री. सो द फर्स्ट जर्नल एंट्री विल बी बैंक टू शेयर एप्लीकेशन. हाउ मेनी शेयर्स आर देयर? 20,000 and application money is 3. So bank to share application 20,000 multiplied by 3, 60,000 and 60,000. Let me clear one thing. X ने हमें okay guys, यहाँ पर हमें एक चीज ध्यान देनी है. I'm sorry, let me clear this. हमने यहाँ पर ध्यान नहीं दिया. I have made a mistake and I accepted that X whom 1000 shares were allotted did not pay allotment and call money. Call money pay नहीं कर रहा. It means call money includes both the call. Call money includes both the call. I was assuming only first call. एक्स हमें दोनों कॉल्स नहीं दे रहा, एक्स हमें फर्स्ट कॉल भी पे नहीं कर रहा और एक्स हमें सेकंड कॉल भी पे नहीं कर रहा, ठीक है। तो हमें क्वेश्चन को ध्यान से पढ़ना है। यहाँ पर मुझसे गलती हो गई, आप गलती मत करना। एक्स हमें ना तो अलॉटमेंट दे रहा एंड ना ही कॉल मनी दे रहा। कॉल मनी माने दोनों कॉल्स नहीं दे रहा, ना तो फर्स्ट कॉल दे रहा ना ही सेकंड कॉल दे रहा। सो अब चलते हैं एंट्रीज पर। बैंक टू एप्लीकेशन, पूरा पैसा आया एप्लीकेशन का। ऑन एप्लीकेशन देयर इज नो डिफॉल्ट, एप्लीकेशन के टाइम पर कोई भी एरियर्स नहीं है। देन सेकंड एंट्री विल बी शेयर एप्लीकेशन टू शेयर कैपिटल, पूरा मनी ड्यू होगा 20,000 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 3, एप्लीकेशन की एंट्री हो गई। इसके बाद आएगी एंट्री अलॉटमेंट की। पहले अलॉटमेंट ड्यू होगा, शेयर अलॉटमेंट डेबिट टू शेयर कैपिटल, शेयर अलॉटमेंट डेबिट टू शेयर कैपिटल, एंड द अमाउंट विल बी 20,000 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 3, क्योंकि अलॉटमेंट में भी कितने पैसे हैं, 3 रुपए। सो 60,000 60,000। May 1 the date was given in the question कि if allotment is to be received on or before May 1, so date given है question में, date ध्यान रखना। इसके बाद now it's time to receive money of allotment, अब हमें allotment का पैसा लेना है। and if you remember X holding 1,000 shares, X holding 1,000 shares will not pay allotment, X अपने 1,000 शेयर्स पे अलॉटमेंट नहीं पे करेगा, तो हमारे कॉल्स इन एरियर्स है अलॉटमेंट के टाइम पे। Therefore the journal entry will be bank debit calls in arrears debit to share allotment. To share allotment you will write the full call money, full allotment money, जो ड्यू हुआ था वो पूरा का पूरा हमें to share allotment में लिखना है। So 60,000 was due, you will write 60,000. Now we have debited calls in arrears, the amount not received. तो हमें 1,000 shares पे allotment नहीं मिल रही। 1,000 shares multiplied by 3, how much calls in arrears are there? 3,000. So on 1,000 shares, 3 rupees are not received. And how much amount will be received? Out of 60,000, 3,000 is not received. So 60,000 minus 3,000, amount received is 57,000. Amount received is 57,000. This is calls in arrears. Bank debit, calls in arrears debit to share allotment. After allotment money received, we will pass the journal entry for first call due. Entry will be share first call debit to share capital, and here the amount will be 20,000 multiply by 2, क्योंकि first call कितने की है, 2 rupees की। तो share first call debit to share capital, 20,000 multiply by 2, 40,000। first call due हो गई। After first call due, first call will be received. First call will be received, and first call is not paid by X on 1,000 shares, and it is also not paid by Y on 600 share. ना तो X ने फर्स्ट कॉल पे करी ना ही Y ने फर्स्ट कॉल पे करी। सो फर्स्ट कॉल इज नॉट रिसीव्ड ऑन टोटल 1600 शेयर। फर्स्ट कॉल कितने शेयर्स पे नहीं रिसीव हुई, 1600 शेयर्स पे। सो एट द टाइम ऑफ फर्स्ट कॉल मनी रिसीव, द जर्नल एंट्री विल बी बैंक डेबिट calls in arrears debit to share first call. Bank debit calls in arrears debit to share first call. In the credit side to share first call, you will write down the full amount. 20,000 multiply by 2, 40,000. पूरा पैसा लिखेंगे credit side. Calls in arrears on 1600 shares. Rupees 2, first call is not received. So 1600 multiplied by 2, calls in arrears are 3,200. Calls in arrears are 3,200. And out of 40,000, 3,200 is not received. So how much amount will be received? 40,000 minus 3,200, balance 36,800. So, bank debit 36,800, calls in areas debit 3,200 to share first call 40,000. After this, second call will be due. Share second call to share capital. Share second call to share capital. 20,000 shares multiplied by 2. 40,000. And final call is not paid by X, is not paid by Y, is not paid by Z. तो ना तो फाइनल कॉल X ने पे करी, ना Y ने पे करी, ना Z ने पे करी. So final call is not received on 2,000 shares. Final call is not received on 2,000 shares. Therefore, the journal entry will be bank debit, calls in areas debit to share final call. On the credit side, to share final call, again you will write the full call money, 40,000. Calls in areas will be 2,000 shares multiplied by second call 2. So calls in areas are 4,000. The total money due was 40,000, out of which 4,000 is not received. So how much money will be received? 36,000. अगर 40,000 में से 4,000 रुपए नहीं मिले तो कितना पैसा मिला? 36,000. So this is your treatment of calls in arrears. We will debit calls in arrears in every journal entry when the money is received. Not at the time of call money due, allotment due. Due वाली एंट्री में डेबिट नहीं करना. जब पैसा मिलता है उस वाली एंट्री में हमें calls in arrears को डेबिट करना है. So this is your question of calls in arrears. So tell me, is this clear to everyone? Is this clear to all of you guys? Yes or no? Okay. So अब चलते हैं अगले टॉपिक पे, कॉल्स इन एडवांस पर. अब कॉल्स इन एडवांस क्या है? मैम अगर शेयर होल्डर पैसा नहीं देता तो उसको बोलते हैं कॉल्स इन एरियर्स. बट इट मे हैपन दैट शेयर होल्डर पे मनी इन एडवांस. शेयर होल्डर ने कहा कि अलॉटमेंट के टाइम पर आप मुझसे फर्स्ट कॉल भी ले लो, सेकंड कॉल भी ले लो. Shareholder has paid call money, first call and second call at the time of allotment. उसने फर्स्ट कॉल और सेकंड कॉल अलॉटमेंट के साथ ही पे कर दी, एडवांस में पे कर दी. So that is known as calls in advance. If shareholder pay money in advance, that is known as calls in advance. So what is calls in advance? An amount which is accepted by the company against the call or calls not yet made. हमने अभी वो कॉल मेड नहीं करी, हमने वो पैसा मांगा नहीं है. We have not asked for that call, but still that is paid by the shareholder. Company had not asked for the first call, but shareholder has still paid that. So that is known as calls in advance. अगर कोई पैसा एडवांस में आ जाता है तो उसे कहते हैं कॉल्स इन एडवांस. मैंने आपको फर्स्ट कॉल अलॉटमेंट के साथ दे दी, तो क्या है वो? कॉल्स इन एडवांस. नाउ कमिंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट, इंटरेस्ट ऑन कॉल्स इन एडवांस. जब कॉल्स इन एरियर्स होते थे तब कंपनी लेती थी इंटरेस्ट. जब कंपनी इंटरेस्ट लेती थी. अब क्या है? कॉल्स इन एडवांस है. इन कॉल्स इन एडवांस कंपनी विल पे इंटरेस्ट. क्योंकि कंपनी ने एडवांस में पैसा लिया है तो कंपनी इंटरेस्ट पे करेगी टू दी शेयर होल्डर. इन केस ऑफ कॉल्स इन एरियर, कंपनी रिसीव्स इंटरेस्ट, एंड इन केस ऑफ कॉल्स इन एडवांस, कंपनी पे इंटरेस्ट. सो इन केस व्हेन आर्टिकल्स ऑफ एसोसिएशन इज साइलेंट, अगर आर्टिकल्स ऑफ एसोसिएशन साइलेंट है, then table F will be applicable. Table F shall apply where company is liable to pay interest at the rate of 12% per annum. कंपनी को कितना इंटरेस्ट देना पड़ेगा? 12% इंटरेस्ट देना पड़ेगा on the calls in advance. But the journal entry is not a part of your syllabus. तो क्वेश्चन में नहीं आएगा, चिंता की बात नहीं है, क्वेश्चन में नहीं आएगा. So this is just a theory that in case the AOA is silent, then table F will be applicable, according to which company is liable to pay interest on calls in advance at the rate 12% per annum. अब चलते हैं हमारी मेन चीज पर जो आएगी, अकाउंटिंग ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ कॉल्स इन एडवांस. अकाउंटिंग ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ कॉल्स इन एडवांस. अब आप मुझे ये बताओ कि if you are receiving anything in advance, if the calls are receiving advance, what do you think? What is the nature of calls in advance? What will be the nature of calls in advance? So, calls in advance is a liability. It is a current liability. Calls in advance is a liability, and therefore you will credit calls in advance. You will credit calls in advance. So the entry will be bank debit to calls in advance. We debit calls in arrears and we credit calls in advance. Calls in arrears is a loss, इसीलिए हम उसको डेबिट करते हैं, लेकिन कॉल्स इन एडवांस लाइबिलिटी है, इसीलिए हम उसको क्रेडिट करेंगे. बैंक डेबिट टू कॉल्स इन एडवांस व्हेन दी कॉल्स इन एडवांस इज रिसीव्ड. जब रिसीव होता है तब आप क्रेडिट करोगे. But when this call will be made, suppose the first call was paid in advance. At the time of first call due, जब first call due होगी तब ये उसके साथ adjust हो जाएगा, and at that time you will debit calls in advance. At that time you will debit calls in advance. So this is the journal entry of calls in advance. First we will credit it when it is received. जब receive होगी तब आप उसको credit करोगे, and at the time of respective call due, जब वो respective call due होगी तब हम उसको क्या कर देंगे? debit कर देंगे to adjust it. We will take examples also, so don't worry अगर ये यहाँ से समझ नहीं आया, क्वेश्चन के साथ समझ आ जाएगा. So when the call in advance is received, you will credit that. अगर allotment के टाइम पे मिला, suppose with the allotment the first call is paid in advance. With allotment the first call is paid in advance. तो journal entry क्या होगी? Bank debit to share allotment, 2 calls in advance. Bank to share allotment, 2 calls in advance. And at the time of first call due, at the time of first call due, not first call due, first call money received. The first call money receive होगी, the journal entry will be calls in advance debit to share first call. Calls in advance debit to share first call. Now let's take a look at disclosure of this in the balance sheet. How you will disclose calls in advance in the balance sheet. As I have told you, this is a current liability, so it is shown as a separate item as other current liability under current liability. This we will show under other current liability. We will record this as a other current liability under current liability. हम इसको other current liability की तरह show करेंगे under current liability. This is the disclosure of calls in advance. And now we come to the main thing, practical sum of calls in advance. How you will record calls in advance. Now let's see the practical sums. So this is your question. The question is, Alpha Company Limited issued 10,000 shares of rupees 10 each for cash payable at 3 on application. Application पे 3, 2 on allotment, allotment पे 2, and balance in 2 equal installment. Balance 5 rupees in 2 equal installment. So on first call, we will receive 2.5 and on second call, we will receive 2.5. On application, we have received 3 rupees. On allotment, we have received 2 rupees. The balance left is 5 rupees, which will be received in 2 equal installment. 2.5 and 2.5 on first and final call. The allotment money was payable on before 3rd March. फर्स्ट कॉल जो allotment है वो कब आएगी? 3rd March को. The first call on or before 30th June and the final call on or before 31st August. Dates given है allotment in March, first call in June and final call in August. A, whom 600 shares were allotted. Mr. A, to whom 600 shares were allotted, paid the entire remaining face value of share. Paid the entire amount allotted to him on allotment. मिस्टर ए ने सारा का सारा पैसा अलॉटमेंट पे दे दिया. इट मीन्स ही हैड पेड फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड कॉल बोथ at the time of allotment. So first and second call both are received in advance at the time of allotment. I'm sorry. Allotment के टाइम पे उन्होंने दोनों कॉल्स पे कर दी in advance. So now let's pass the journal entries. अब चलते हैं अपन लोग journal entries पे. The first entry will be bank to share application. Bank to share application, 10,000 shares multiply by 3 rupees. 10,000 multiply by 3 rupees, 30,000, 30,000. Then we will transfer this application money to share capital. Share application to share capital, 30,000, 30,000. Then the allotment will become due. Allotment due होगी share allotment to share capital. On March 3, share allotment to share capital 10,000 multiply by 2. Allotment कितने की है? 2 rupees की. 10,000 multiply by 2, 20,000, 20,000. And the main entry, allotment के टाइम पे जब पैसा रिसीव होता है, when the allotment money is received, the journal entry is bank to share allotment. But in this question, we will also credit calls in advance. We will also credit calls in advance. So, bank debit to share allotment, 2 calls in advance. Bank debit to share allotment, 2 calls in advance. Now, how many shares were allotted to A? 600 shares. कितने allot हुए थे? 600 shares. तो अब ध्यान से देखेंगे हाउ मच अमाउंट इज ड्यू ऑन अलॉटमेंट 20,000. अलॉटमेंट में कितना पैसा मिलना था? 20,000. एंड हाउ मच कॉल्स इन एडवांस इज रिसीव ऑन 600 शेयर्स. वी हैव रिसीव बोथ कॉल्स 2.5 plus 2.5. We have received both the calls. So 600 multiply by 5, 3,000 is calls in advance. 3,000 is calls in advance. So how much amount is received? 20,000 plus 3,000, 23,000. So the journal entry will be bank debit 23,000 to share allotment 20,000, 2 calls in advance 3,000. Bank debit 23,000, 2 calls in advance 20,000. 2 share allotment 20,000, 2 calls in advance 3,000. Because on 600 shares we have received both the calls 2.5 and 2.5. तो जब कॉल इन एडवांस रिसीव हुआ तब हमने उसको क्रेडिट कर दिया. Now when these calls will be made at the time of these calls, we will debit calls in advance. हम क्या कर देंगे? कॉल्स इन एडवांस को डेबिट कर देंगे टू एडजस्ट इट. सो फर्स्ट The call money will be due. First call will be due. The journal entry will be share first call debit to share capital. 10,000 multiply by 2.5. First call due होगी 10,000 multiply by 2.5, 25,000 and 25,000. After that, you will receive the first call. You will receive the first call, and at the time of this entry, you will debit calls in advance. You will debit calls in advance because the call in advance is received earlier. वो पहले पैसा मिल चुका है, तो वो अब दोबारा तो नहीं मिलेगा. जो पैसे पहले मिल चुके हैं वो अब तो नहीं मिलेंगे. तो आपको वो दिखाना पड़ेगा. यू विल डेबिट कॉल्स इन एडवांस टू एडजस्ट दैट मनी. द जर्नल एंट्री विल बी बैंक डेबिट कॉल्स इन एडवांस डेबिट टू शेयर फर्स्ट कॉल. बैंक डेबिट टू कॉल्स इन एडवांस डेबिट. बैंक डेबिट कॉल्स इन एडवांस डेबिट टू शेयर फर्स्ट कॉल. In share first call credit side, you will record the full call money 25,000. In the credit side, to share first call, you will record the full amount of first call 25,000. And you will debit calls in advance. But please don't debit 3,000. Because out of this, only 600 multiplied by 2.5 is related to the first call. 3,000 was of both the call. जो called in advance 3,000 था वो दोनों calls का था. हमें first call के time पे सिर्फ first call का calls in advance debit करना है. So on first call you will only debit 600 multiplied by 2.5, 1,500. फर्स्ट कॉल के टाइम पे फर्स्ट कॉल का डेबिट करेंगे, सेकंड कॉल के टाइम पे सेकंड कॉल का डेबिट करेंगे. एक साथ डेबिट मत कर देना. डोंट डेबिट 3,000 बिकॉज 3,000 इज ऑफ बोथ द कॉल. वी विल डेबिट इट सेपरेटली. सो बैंक डेबिट कॉल्स इन एडवांस डेबिट टू शेयर फर्स्ट कॉल. बैंक in share first call you will write the full amount 25,000. Calls in advance debit. On 600 shares, we have received 2.5 rupees. That is 1,500. So now, how much amount will be received? Out of 25,000, 1,500 is already received. 25,000 में से 1,500 already मिल चुके हैं. अब कितना मिलेगा? 23,500. So bank debit 23,500, calls in advance debit 1,500, to share first call 25,000. Now we will pass the entry for second call. Second call will become due. Share second call to share capital, and then you will receive the money. Bank debit calls in advance debit to share second call. बैंक डेबिट कॉल्स इन एडवांस डेबिट टू शेयर सेकंड कॉल. तो शेयर सेकंड कॉल में पूरी अमाउंट लिखेंगे 25,000. कॉल्स इन एडवांस डेबिट 600 शेयर्स पे 2.5, 1,500 and the difference balance to 23,500 will be received. तो कॉल्स इन एडवांस की ट्रीटमेंट क्या हुई बच्चों? We will first credit calls in advance when it is received, and then you will debit calls in advance when that respective call is due. क्या कर देंगे? डेबिट कर देंगे to adjust that. So now we have completed this session. If you have any doubts in this, you can let me know in the comments box. So your calls in arrears and your calls in advance is now complete, and I request you all to please revise this once again. And tomorrow we will do the very important topic, that is over subscription and pro rata allotment. The most important topic of this chapter, over subscription and pro rata allotment. So now it's time for homework. This question is your homework in which you are required to pass the journal entries. So do pass the journal entries. Please try to do homework because it will help you to score good marks. तो homework हमें ज़रूर करना है. And if you want to do more question of calls in arrears and calls in advance, then you can take Pro subscription, in which you will get all these benefits only for 2799 for 1 month. अभी आपको Pro subscription कितने में मिलेगी? सिर्फ 2799 में, and the original price is 3499. So what you are waiting for? Go and grab your Pro subscription right now at flat 20% off by using my code SCPRO. So if you guys are new to our channel and if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel, and also do like this video and do share this video. And also join our official Telegram group if you want instant updates about our channel, if you want to play quiz in the group, and if you want notes in the PDF form. For now, stay tuned for the next session. See you all tomorrow at same time, same place, 6 p.m. Thank you everyone for watching this session. I hope that you guys liked this session. So please give it a big thumbs up. Bye everyone. See you all tomorrow at 6 p.m. with over subscription.